Hi, I'm Crystal. It's Saturday today. It's the 15th of November. I suffer from depression and panic attacks, and it's hard to tell a doctor or prove to a doctor or to even ATOS and people like that you aren't that well and that you do suffer from these things. So I write my panic attacks down. I write my depression down, I write my panic attacks down, and last night at 9:10, and I've written it down here, I'll write what happened. 9:10, I'm just on the after effects of yet another panic attack. They are absolutely awful and frightening, especially when you're on your own. The feeling of not being able to breathe again, and the light seems to almost blind me, so I've had to turn the living room light off. It's as if I'm being put in a prison cell over and over again. The light is blinding me, it's hurting my eyes, I feel claustrophobic. I think what triggered it was I put a DVD on called White Panic, and it had Australian actors in it, and I think that triggered the attack because one of my arresting officers was called Julie and she was Australian. And my diary goes on to say that David had come in about 6 and Nicole waited outside. David went to the toilet and he left. He had his prom suit and backpack on, and I had the buzzer and light off because I wasn't feeling too well. So he shouted twice up to me, "Mum," and I let him in. I don't know really, I think the Australian accent triggered the panic attack off, but I always write it down in my diary because it helps later on to figure out what has caused this. I'm quite perfectly alright on my own because I used to get them before David came down. It's nothing to do. Oh, that's Nikki. She's interested in what's going on. Yeah. I've got my lovely cats, and I've got my books. I would like to share my life with somebody, which is absolutely difficult at the moment. But there you go. You can't always prove to people like ATOS that you haven't got to, it's not such a physical illness as mobility, but post-traumatic stress disorder and panic attacks are really hard to prove to someone until you're in the full flow of a really big attack.